think India is in a sweet spot. We are more dependent on the Indian one rather than export. So I think India is in a sweet spot, especially because the tariffs which have been raised on India are lesser than the competing countries, especially China, Bangladesh. So I feel overall, I think the impact will be less on India. So I would say more sectoral wise, I think the sectors which will be affected more are the automotive sectors. They are the textile sectors. So they will take in a bit of a hit, but overall, I feel that should not be that much of effect because today Americans still need to buy the textiles. They still need to import it short term. So we feel that the impact will be lesser on India, specifically because our tariffs are reduced. So we will be, I think, may have an edge going forward rather than reducing it. Automotive components, textiles, gems and jewelry. I think these are sectors which are having large labor force in India. They may feel the impact short term. So I think government needs to incentivize these sectors to ensure that we are able to, do this huge trade war which the whole world is witnessing right. I think this is the biggest benefit for India. I think Mr. Modi and our Honorable Prime Minister and Mr. Trump, they share a great bond homie. And they say that India is quite tough. This was in Mr. Trump's speech. And India is tough. India is more resilient than other countries. So I think this India will be less affected. And India is also on a fast track for a bilateral trade agreement with US. I think once that comes over, this will only happen because of the relationship which the Prime Minister and the President have shared. I think the tariff is not only on the world, but the tariff is also on the US consumers. So I think Trump will surely wait before that how much it will impact the US household. Because once you're putting trumps across the countries, then effectively the payment has to be made by the American citizens. So I think we foresee that they will first weigh America being a very very vibrant democracy, they will first weigh the impact of this and then maybe look at it again. But I think this has been anyway the beginning of the trade war. So with Mr. Trump, we are never sure. I think Indian consumers short term will be affected because there will be disruption in supplies. The traditional supply agreements will go for a change. So short term there will be a big disruption, but long term I feel Indian consumer will benefit only from it because of the good ties India has with US, especially the Honorable Prime Minister and President Trump has. So long term we feel that the bilateral trade, which is right now what India and US are the biggest trade partners, which will only grow further. So long term, we see positivity. Short term, we need to tide over this trend, and I think government needs to support, especially the labor-intensive sectors like textile and gems and jewelry, which needs support and handholding, because this will have a huge impact on the business. Sectoral impact wise, I can say that today, especially on the textile, there would be some effect, not large. There will be realignment. What I feel right now, I think the US and all the major buyers in US are realigning their processes and systems. So short term, there will be a slight impact. But we see a lot of demand shifting from China and Bangladesh to India because India would be a preferred tariff partner to US than China and Bangladesh, which are again the major textile suppliers for the textile market. So similarly, in gems and jewelry, we'll see that today there will be lesser money in the hands of US because they have to pay more money because of Trump tariffs. So there may be a slowdown in the consumption for gems and jewelry and things which are not necessary. So we see that the US demand will take a hit, so which will reduce the buying power for consumers for luxury goods. So I think that the products, the sectors which will hamper is definitely textile, gems and jewelry, engineering goods and auto components, short term. But long term, I think that there should not be any impact on them. The sectors which will gain, I think one and all, we are all very clear is pharma sector. Pharma sector has been exempted from this thing, and I think pharma sector growth, maybe we may see a double or digit growth in the pharma sector, exports especially to the US. So there will be a lot of realignment in pharma sectors. We see that a lot of IT sector may also benefit from that. But in all, I think pharma sector is the biggest gainer from this. I think the exact impact will be known in a couple of weeks' time, but I'm very, very positive that stock market will react positively to it. Because effectively we will be in a winch. Look, the perception is very clear that India will come out a winner from this trade war barrier because we have a better relationship than other countries with US. We have the lowest tax rates, and I think we see a positivity happening. There may be in a couple of weeks' time when market does assess it properly. There should be a rebound in the market. So Indian are the smartest brains in the world. So I don't think so. They can find replacement for from Indians. So we don't see that happening right now. Mr. Trump has made large announcements, but I think they don't have alternate to that. So there may be a short term impact, but not long. But one thing which I would like to say, like today, Trump has said that he has given the India, he's tried to boost the U.S. manufacturing sector. I think Indian government should also take a note from that, and they should also support the Indian manufacturing sectors. There may be some short-term tariff barriers given, especially for Chinese product, to ensure that the Chinese import or the low-cost import which is happening into India is restricted, and we should definitely not push to the Indian manufacturing sector also, and which the today's government norm that we would like to become a manufacturing hub for the kingdom. This short-term help is needed from the government. I think India growth story is just started. India growth story till 2047 is there. We have a very, very positive and stable government. I think we are in a very, very good space.